Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the 2017 Mars in Virgo transit part 3. In this segment, I'm going to be talking about how the Mars in Virgo transit of 2017 may possibly impact the zodiac signs Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the sun, moon, and ascendant for all signs. Now, well, the first sign I want to talk about is Libra. And okay, for Libra, the 12th house is what's going to be highlighted and emphasized during this transit. Now, this could indicate a lot of industrious, hard work in seclusion and solitude. It could be organizing one's private life. Much analysis over hidden adversaries, or trying to at least ascertain maybe which people, for example, that are posing as friends are really enemies. Perhaps there may be less vitality than usual. Excessive worrying, putting a lot of energy into excessive worrying, can result in less sleep, thus diminishing and depleting vitality and energy. Now, the new moon is going to take place on September 20th, which of course will still correspond and not correspond, but it'll be coinciding still with the Mars in Virgo transit. And it could indicate where there might be a new work possibility where you might be working by yourself, for example, doing night stock. So that could be one example. So anyway, now, as far as Scorpio goes, well, for Scorpio, the 11th house is what's going to be emphasized and highlighted during this transit. Now, there might be more arguments with nitpicking and complaining friends. You might be seeing maybe even or perceiving some of your friends and acquaintances perhaps as complaining compulsively, and it might result in at least one acrimonious response from you and cause some quarrels with these people. Now, there might be maybe a lot of energy and vitality injected into aspirations that may be Virgo related. Could be something connected with health or fitness, something where it could involve some extrapolation of data or doing something connected with details. There may be more propensity to be worrying about the future during this time, as well, as Virgo is a worrisome time. Now, with the new moon in Virgo occurring on September 20th, and also it'll still Mars will still be in Virgo at this time, it might be some new Virgo-related aspiration, and having Mars in Virgo having that industrious energy to go along with it. So anyway, well, on to Sagittarius. Well, for Sagittarius, well, the 10th house is what's going to be emphasized and highlighted during this transit. And unfortunately, Sagittarius may, the what me worry sign, may be putting a lot more worry than usual into matters connected with their reputation and their public image. Now, Sagittarius may be dealing perhaps with possible slanderous statements that are very critical and judgmental. The new moon will take place, of course, in September 20th, and Mars will still be in Virgo at this time. So this could be a very good period perhaps for a new like a Virgo related career for Sagittarius, such as doing something with details like computer programming or data entry, maybe even something, it could be just whatever it may be. It could very well be a lot of hard work and industry connected with it, because Virgo is that sign of that workaholic. And there's actually going to be 5 planets in Virgo on this day, so there could be a lot of concentration of this Virgo laborious energy and detail-oriented energy put into the career for Sagittarius at this time. Now, and also analysis as well into the career for Sagittarius. Now, going to Capricorn. Well, the 9th house is what's going to be emphasized and highlighted for Capricorn for this transit. Now, during this time, there might be contentious situations, perhaps with in-laws. It could be and grandchildren, if applicable, maybe over them not being reliable, punctual, or timely. There may be arguments with others over religion and philosophy, and they could be ones that are very critical as well, and people being very judgmental in these arguments. And the new moon, as I stated before, that will be when the new moon occurs on September 20th. This could be perhaps something new may take place for Capricorn, as far as maybe a Virgo-related college course, something connected with analytics, health, or something that involves the work of details. Anyway. For Aquarius, well, the 8th house is what's going to be highlighted and emphasized during this transit. Now, Aquarius may expend a lot of energy on transformation with much Virgo analysis during this transit. Could be a lot of focusing of energy on seeing details, perhaps in wills, inheritances, and insurance matters, and in some cases, perhaps even a death. And it could even be, not always a literal death, but it could be a figurative end of something, an end of a project, for example. Now, there might be, Aquarius might be complaining incessantly during this time on matters pertaining to shared resources. The new moon on September 20th, okay, in Virgo, it could indicate perhaps a Virgo-related, like a health transformation, perhaps, for Aquarius during this time. Now, going to Pisces. Well, Pisces, well, the 7th house is what's going to be highlighted and emphasized during this transit. And there might be more inclination to be worrying about combative or contentious situations, perhaps with open adversaries, relationships and partnerships, and it could be a lot of energy into seeing the details in legal matters. Now, the new moon in September 20th, okay, for Pisces, well, this could be perhaps maybe a new relationship that you see being very healthy. And of course, being able to wanting to scrutinize the details in this particular person, perhaps, if this does occur. And keep in mind, there will be 5 planets again. There'll be 5 planets in Virgo on September 20th. So there could be a very strong concentration of energy for Pisces in terms of these matters on this day, connected with relationships, open adversaries, partnerships, and a lot of that Virgo analysis perhaps going into it. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the Mars in Virgo 2017 transit part 3. Stay tuned next time, where I'm going to be going back to my transits to the Ascendant series. I'm going to be talking about Jupiter, sextile, or trine the natal ascendant. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.